guys, welcome to another video. At the end of the last video we said we were going to do some painting. Can you tell I've been painting? So this has all been painted now. There are a couple of bits that need a second, third, whatever it is, coat where you can see it's still a wee bit grey colour. Not a problem, we can do that tomorrow. We were going to paint down here, which is going to be the inside of the cabinet. But then remember that actually we're going to be rendering the inside anyway, so we're going to do that first before then doing the paint. It's going to be tiled on the outside, but really pleased with what we've achieved. It's horrible with a paint tray or bucket and a roller in one hand at the top of a ladder. Not the favourite place in the world to be, no. But so worth it.
Yes. We did do some paint underneath over there, but then remembered that that's going to be a log store, so there's no point, because you paint it, it looks nice, and then you chuck logs into it and it gets all wrecked, so exactly. There is no point. So what we're doing first today?
So today the important thing is there are no patches above where the lights are going to go, so that's good. So I'm going to ask Chris to put the lights up today so that we can then get on with the tiling. I don't want to put ladders against tiling, perhaps damage those when putting the lights up. So we'll do it downwards so there's less chance of damage.
Yes.
Yeah, the important thing is there's no extra painting needs doing above that to splash onto the lamps, which are black.
Yes.
So, lamps next, please. So these are the lamps that I actually chose. Checked the internet, found exactly what I wanted, decided that Jeff Bezos didn't need another yacht off me, so I found them from a Chinese website. They only took a week to come, as opposed to next day, but also were less than half the price. So really happy with those, and I'll show you what they look like when he's got both of them. Oh.
What I've actually done for the mounting bracket is attached it to the box, and the box is well put in place.
Yep.
And these fit. But I can't pull it off. So the screws that you normally have in the box, in these boxes anyway, this bracket fits, that fits there, and I'm making marks with my fingers now trying to pull it off. That ain't going anywhere.
There we have it. That is absolutely crazy. They look like they are different heights because we've got curvature in the wall up there. I can assure you they're not. I've measured them 3 and 5 times.
So what else we want to put up here is a rail. So that was part of Lillian's secret project. I wanted a shelf. Lillian said no, I wasn't allowed a shelf. So got a rail.
Allowed a shelf.
That's what you said. No, you're not having a shelf because it will just collect dust.
More, it will stop. If you put a shelf underneath the lamps, it'll stop the light from actually hitting anything useful. So what's going up on the wall is 2 of these, and then having a rail between.
So I just squeezed by. Thank you.
So that we can hang stuff off it. I think that will be just as useful as Chris's wanted shelf, but hopefully less of a dust collector.
Well, no, it won't be as useful as my wanted shelf, because I won't be able to put anything on it because it'll fall off.
Right, one going there, one going, I can't remember, there's lots of marks on the wall, there was lots of calculations happened because we were having to think about where the electricity went. I didn't take photographs of this electricity back in the day, which is very annoying, so it's guesstimation. Brackets are up.
Yes.
As usual for us, we didn't think this through.
No, I did.
And I've just pointed it out that actually, once there is a rail in here, which has to go in before this bracket goes on the wall, you then can't get at this screw. So I actually think these screws should have been offset, and the screws should have been bottom left and right and top left and right. But it's done now, so we're going to have to go with it.
And this is the pole we're using. This was bought ages ago. We're starting to use things up that we bought for no reason or other plans. So this is allegedly stainless steel, but then when you actually read it properly, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just coated.
So if you can make this one loose enough that we can see how far this goes in.
Yes.
And then we'll know how, once we take the measure, how much we need extra we need to allow for it to go into that one.
Yes.
That makes sense.
That's it. You could put a pencil line on it. Good plan. Good plan.
It goes in that amount.
Yes.
The measure between the two is if you would hold this.
That much.
It's that much. If you hold this against that on the outside, yeah?
Yep.
I've got 1, 2, 3 exactly.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Well, that's an easy number to remember. That's about as far as I can count. Without using my fingers and toes.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 from my pencil mark plus whatever amount extra we've got on this side.
Okay.
Absolute idiot. And we've got another 2.
2 centimetres.
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 7. I used Dover's tail.
I promise you that's level. We've had a level on it. It's definitely level. Everything is level. Honest. Honest.
There you go.
Yeah, right up close.
I can get it stopped from spinning.
There you go. See how level that is?
Yeah.
Right.
You see how one level it is as you go around.
You stand here and the lamps look unlevel to it looks unlevel. It just breaks your head. I'm off to sit in the sunshine.
Yes, you're in the shade at the moment.
Yes, I wish. I'm actually...
There you are actually in the shade at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
That's better, I
Is
can
that
see you
better?
now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Oh, look, I've got stuff. I'm going to go and sand this and make it look pretty so we can then oil it and put it up on the wall.
Yes.
With a little bit of sunshine left, I'll go and do that now.
Yes, indeed. And I'll get the measurements done for your other thing.
Thank you.
How are you getting on?
Good. The light out here is great. This low light just going across the top of this. So that's fantastic. I do need some more sanding pads that are slightly rougher for the starting off.
Okay.
Just taking me a bit more time, but that's fine. I've had 2 inquiries for homemade furniture.
Who from?
People walking by. What are you doing? Oh, do you make furniture?
No.
Last job of the day. These are my bits of wood that I sanded today. I'm going to give them a nice coat of linseed oil and then leave them over the night. So this is the wrong side. Do that first. And that's going to sit on pieces of wood. Doesn't matter if a little bit of the linseed leached into the wood underneath. What I'm concerned about is the side that you're going to see on the top here. So I'll get on with this.
Yes.
And Chris, my order is 1 verre de mou à siphon, por favor.
They're oiled. They already look awesome. And eventually they'll go the similar colour to this table that was also linseeded. Right, that's it for the day.
So finishing off what we didn't get done yesterday.
At last.
Yes.
We are tiling the sides of this cabinet, this side and its opposition, and we need 12 tiles, lots of curts, but we have 12 tiles. So if this goes wrong, we're in trouble. There might be a mosaic at the end over there.
Yeah, hidden. So Lillian's marking the tiles out for whether they need cuts. I'll get the cuts done, then I'll mix some stuff. And then while she's putting the first couple of tiles on, I am going to put the first piece of wood on over there. So the one I just mentioned is going just here. I'll go and get it. There's a couple of screws there while Lillian's just finishing off marking that one since I disturbed her. This is the piece of wood. And it won't fit in that gap because it's going to overhang a little bit. I'm going to use these black screws that we bought an excess of when we was doing the table. So they'll go on with that. Right, looks like Lillian's ready for me to start cutting the tiles, so I'll get on with that.
Done! Taken me forever, ever today. I don't know why. And I made a mistake with one of the cuts. I marked it up and Chris did exactly what I asked him to do and I did it wrong. So right round the back here where no one's going to see it except Chris and me, and Chris won't even notice because he can't tell if he doesn't even notice if I change my hair. It's going to be a bit more grout than there should be to hide a centimetre hole. I don't think we're having wood for supper, are we?
Well, some might get wood for supper if this doesn't work. But no, I'm going to give it a go. No time like the present, I suppose.
No.
It's wood from cuttings on the almonds.
So here we go.
Yes, I'm just hoping it works because I was struggling to get it to light.
Yeah.
One of the lighter things we had decided it was empty, so I filled it up, and it now decides it don't want to work at all, and it's nearly brand new.
Yes.
And the other one needed filling up. And then I couldn't get a bit of paper to light. Anyway, it's lit.
I think it's time for a beer and a vermouth, and we'll watch the fire.
Okay, I'm supposed to go in for a shower, but I just don't want to leave this place. It's very warm. It's lovely study here. It's blowing a gale outside. Not as bad as the UK's receiving today, apparently. But it's going perfect. Absolutely perfect. As you can see from the side, or I'm hoping you can see, there's some smoke coming off this wood just there, and it's going up, and it's been pulled up there, exactly where it's supposed to go.
Right, I've sent Chris for a shower. He's far too interested in the fire and does not want to go. So go and I'll look after the fire for 10 minutes. So that's me looking after the fire. He's back, clean,
Yeah.
and in charge of his wood again.
Who I'll definitely dry off with this heat. I'm just starting to move some coals over now. We thought the tool that we had would do the job, but it isn't, so I'm having to use this shovel. And this is basically all you do. Well, all you do. Well, this hasn't been used, it's been cleaned, but there's still rust on it, so what I'm wanting to do is actually heat this up, get this really, really hot, and then I'll put some oil on it, and that should solve the problem. Right, more wood. Okay, some more wood's on. Still working. There's a little tiny wisp coming out there, and I think that's just because I've cooled it down with the fire. So that's something we need to be aware of. But there you go. Wood's outside. I'm not bringing it in until we've finished constructing, and then we've got somewhere to put it.
Yeah, it's going to be stored under here and eventually, so it's easy to just use. That is looking really good though. It looks the part, if nothing else so far.
Yeah, that's very, very hot.
Okay.
But I want the metal really, really hot so we can get it seasoned a bit.
Yes.
So I'm prepared to waste some wood, or we are,
Yeah.
just to get this going and be right. So, a few lessons learned. I've never done this before, so I'm learning as I go. The mistake that I made was putting too much wood on to start with, as you can see from the soot. Some of the wood that we actually used, as I said, I think wasn't quite seasoned as much as we thought. However, I've got a lovely big bed of coals under there now. I'll just put some more wood on. Right, I think it's time to move some of those coals over, get this warming up again, and get some meat on.
Absolutely. It's so warm, I'm sat here. You can see my red face. Toasty warm from this. And if you open the door, go outside and come back in again, it hits you.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It's warmed this whole room up.
Yeah.
Doesn't bode well for summer. We've even got some belly pork. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on. It's a bit fatty, which is good, which is what we want anyway, to help season. But I'm going to put it on, skin side down first, in the hope. Oh yes, that's sizzle. That if that renders out, It's actually considerably thicker than I thought it was. Okay, maybe we should have only had one piece each.
Yep.
That's the skin crisping up nicely. I've just flipped it over onto its side. Now the real work begins, because I've got to wait until that started to cook and released from the bars so I don't rip it, and then flip it over and then keep working at it. And I am really hot standing here, and I'm about a metre away.
As you can see, we're still cabinet building, so be it. Definitely though, this has been really good practice. Chris has learned about the wood, what to use, what not to use, the lengths to use. We definitely need a pair of welding gloves for him, for whoever's using it. And I've got to look out, we have got some more barbecue tongs and things like that, I think, put away. I'll have to have a look, see what we've got, and whatever we haven't got that we need, we'll have to invest in. But this is doing so well. He's so happy.
Good to go. Nice thick belly pork. Loads of the fat's rendered out. I'm just crisping the skin up again. I've still got all this wood left. It's very hot in here. There's a song there, I think. I don't remember, but I think so. Right, we're going to enjoy this. Beginning of another week again for us.
Yes, indeed. I am just quickly getting some linseed oil on some bits of wood before I've got to go out and run some errands, get things done quickly, because it's just going to be one of those days racing around doing stuff.
Yes. So this is going to be the back panel for the kitchen worktop.
Yes.
So you're going to just linseed oil the
back that's going to go against the wall, which I won't be able to get at later on, to linseed.
And the bottom.
And the bottom. I can do the bottom afterwards when I can get in. I don't want it to be in places where we might have to use glue, etc. So I'm just doing the absolute minimum. Right, I've done the wood as I can so far. I've got to wait for that to soak in, flip it when I get back. I'm leaving Chris in charge of tiling, all by himself.
Yes.
I've got to go.
Yes.
And I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too long. And see how you get on.
Yeah. I'm not going to bother with more tiling over this project, because you've seen this tile. Unless we find a problem, we're just going to get on with it this time, because time's against us. We set ourselves a time limit and we've already hit that.
Well, I'm back from running errands. Can you tell how windy it is out there? But most importantly, Chris has done really well. So the inside here's been done, inside here's been done, and the bottom ones down there are done.
Right, a little quick update. One more tile to go in there, and then this area is done.
Yes.
We want to get the tiles across the bottom. We're classing that as this outside area as opposed to in there. And then this is going to be rendered inside.
Yeah, in this bit here, Chris is saying inside, you're imagining this. No, there's another tile to go here.
Yes.
But this here is going to be rendered, and this down here is going to have leftover bits of this red tile.
Yep.
As a skirting board down there.
But we're not doing that skirty bit today, because those tiles at the bottom are still not gone off properly set.
Yes.
And we don't want to loosen them up.
Correct.
So next job after doing that is doing ones this side down there. If we have enough adhesive left.
Yes. We'll get as far as we can with the adhesive. It doesn't matter if we've got a couple of tiles to do later on. We've got enough adhesive for one more batch. And the most important thing is that step. So, as I keep saying previously, domino effect. Before that step can be done, I've got to clean that floor. Over there where the freezer's going to go, I will grout that tonight, even if I don't get all of this grouted. At least get that bit grouted. The freezer can go back in the morning, then that step can be done.
Yes.
Alright, the freezers are back in place. Lily's marking out for the last lot of tiles.
Yes. So we put these on yesterday, just got to work out the cuts for the ones around it.
Yep.
And then we'll work out those, and then we'll make a mix and get everything fitted. We've spent a lot of time, we've pre-cut everything bar 3 because there have been some really random cuts to do, look at that.
Yes.
But Chris has managed it, so now it's down to me to put them on. Get on with this.
So while Lillian's just putting those tiles on, I'm going to get the trim cut for this part and then start to work out what we need to attach the tiles, what cuts we need to do.
Well, it's been an afternoon, but everything is tiled inside the cabinets, the skirting's down the front of the cabinets.
Yes.
And the step is nearly done.
Yes.
That's all done. That tile there just slotted into a slightly lower piece, so that wedge is just holding it up to make sure it doesn't sink into the adhesive that's there. So all this is done. And that tile there, the same.
Yeah, you might do what you've got. Oh, the sky juice is falling.
I'd intended to do this rendering, but Lillian's decided she's doing it, while I get on with getting the wooden bar mounted.
Yes.
So I've been quite clever this time for me, especially. I marked exactly where the wood needs to be. There's a little tiny pencil line there. I've done a pencil line all the way along, and I've marked in 2 places so I can make drill holes for these, and these can be put in the wall with the adhesive stuff, the 2-part whatever it's called. So right, I'll get the holes drilled, and first I'm using this spade bit to make a hose. Oops. So this nut and washer would be below the surface of this wood. So I'm set up. How are you getting on?
Good. Just rendered that side. I've just got to do something with this conjunction of all the various things to make it look nice. So I'll faff with that in a minute. What can I help you with?
And what I need to do now is drill a couple of holes into the wall,
Yes.
but using this as my guide.
Okay.
So what I would like you to do is just lean on this in the middle with one hand or 2 hands, whichever you're most comfortable with, because I don't want it to move at all.
Okay. Preparations should be correct.
Yes, blow the holes out. Got this stuff. I need to be muscle man for this one. It's already mixed. Awesome. Tip that there. But just, no, I actually need to get it out of the way.
Okay.
Blimey neck, I thought I had more room than that. You ready?
Yep.
Thank you. Right, this goes in all the way. Here we go. In there, in there. And hopefully we get a splurge. If we didn't, doesn't matter. It's in. Now leave it time and then tighten those up.
That is what it is now.
It is what it is level, I'll tell you.
Nice one.
So this is a worktop jigsaw.
Just reworked it all out. Number 2, this piece goes to the front. Number 1 goes to the back. And what I'm going to be doing is drilling 3 or 4, I can't remember now, 4 holes, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, all the way through. And then we'll be using screws to screw straight into this piece to hold these 2 bits together. So what I should be doing for this piece is boring holes in here, being careful about the knots, because I think they'll be a little bit too much for the drill bits that we've got. And to do the same. Lillian's now just doing the final bit of sponging on these. It's looking absolutely fantastic.
Okay, finished.
Just needs drying now, is it?
Just needs to dry now, and then because I've sponged it, the bigger grains that sit on the outside. Do you remember down in the caves that I'd go back the next day and just rub it and you get a lovely smooth polished finish? That's what I've just done now, to bring the bigger grain to the front, and it just gets rubbed down tomorrow.
Yeah.
Done.
Alright, so done my marks. This is the top, and that'll be the bottom. So what I've done is I've done a complete line. That was a bad thing to show because I moved, but I've worked it out again. So a complete line, and then gone on the other side, on the bottom, just so I know where the screws are for this piece going into this piece. So we've got big, small, big. And the other annoying thing is the drill bit's not long enough for the size that I need. So what I shall do is I'll drill down as far as the drill bit will go, and then I'll run the screw through, and when it comes out the other end, I'll just drill. Hopefully I've gone in deep enough before this releases. I don't have a non-releasey one. I thought I did, but I don't.
Okay, yeah.
It would also help if I did this. That's jumping on the screw itself. That wasn't the ratchet in this.
Okay.
Okay. That's solid. Yes. Yes, wipe its gluey peels.
And then same on the other side, because it was
Yes,
just on the table.
on the top. Hey, there you go, look, I'm no woodworker, but I work that wood.
That is awesome.
That is absolutely bother job, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well done, you.
I know. Shush. I'm more impressed with myself than you are. Actually. That's awesome. It ain't going anywhere. Well, it is, it's going over there.
We're okay, yeah. This has been quite something.
Yes, it's considerably later than when we did this bit.
However, not having a square and not having a, what is it when you have a drill that's attached to a machine that just goes in an absolutely straight line?
A pillar drill.
A pillar drill to drill through the wood. Doing it by measuring and bits of pencil mark and all the rest of it.
And my homemade jiggling over there.
Yes. It's quite impressive.
Yes. And I'm hoping that this screwdriver is long enough.
It's the only one we've got.
It's the longest one we've got.
Yeah.
So, big hole that end. There, there, there. The tool that I used wasn't long enough, but went for it, and by powers of luck, I managed to do them all to match.
Yeah, look, the screw is, oh, I can't put my finger in, the screw is there.
So now what I want to do, because this is difficult, is I just want to drill a little pilot hole to help the screw along, there, there and there,
Yeah.
just enough.
And these are where the previous section happened, where the small section was screwed to this big section, and now this big section is being screwed to the little section. And actually, Chris, you've driven me insane with your planning for the last 3 or 4 days over it, going over it and over it in your head, but I am dead impressed. Well done.
Thank you.
That is fan-dabby-dozy.
Yes. Just needs a little bit of sanding on where the pieces of wood meet, but you get that anyway, even if you was to do it in a proper machine shop, I'm
Yes.
sure.
100%, yes.
I've seen videos of people doing this sort of thing, and then they always run it through a big flat planer or something you call it,
I do.
in a machine.
But that is fantastic. So this is the worktop that Chris put together yesterday. He's out right now with the other camera, so I'm filming this on my phone. I'm going to take the opportunity whilst he's out to give this a really good sand, get rid of any imperfections. Yeah, put the dogs outside, put a mask on, get the little sander. Just little imperfections. Make it more beautiful before I oil it. Well, it's taken a wee while, but I'm very happy with that now. Looking good. So I'll get this moved over to the dining room table so that I don't damage this side, because I'm going to do the underside with the oil first, and I won't damage this if it's sat on our table. First coat going on. I love the changes in colour on this. Look at it colouring up already. Quite beautiful.
Yeah, well,
Lillian, look, he's got some footage.
I know. It looks like I've also got a smear on the screen. Yeah, I have. Hang on a minute.
Oh, we did Disney and we got.
That's better.
Yeah, we did Disney and we got a smear on a lot of ours and it was like, oh.
That's probably a Freya smear, because
Yeah.
walking out with a pop in the nose. So I'm here. There's Helen and Bob, just there. And Andy's helping me sort out some new editing software,
Yay!
because ours is pants.
Yes. Well, this might still be pants when you get it working, but we'll see what happens.
It might be, this one might be user error.
Yeah. Pebcac, problem exists between chair and keyboard.
Yes, exactly.
Underside has had one coat, been left for an hour. I'll wipe off any excess. You can see there's a few bits of excess, and then flip it. I'm only going to do one coat on the bottom because it's purely for protection. It's the top that needs it for looks and protection. So I'm more interested in getting more coats on the top, but that can now be sat on these bits of wood.
Right, the last bit I need to do on this before we attach it to the front is just make 3 diagonal holes so that we can screw in from underneath, so that attaches to that board.
Yep. So Chris is going to make holes that way, so the screw goes through this and then goes into the piece of board that's at the back to hold it tight. Right, so while Chris is doing those holes, I just want to, before we actually fit it, round this edge. This has been sanded both sides. I want to round this edge. I think I said before, I'm not linseed oiling the front because we want to put glue at this point where that worktop attaches, so it'll be linseeded afterwards. I didn't get the floor cleaned yesterday. I did get the grout done on here. I'm going to continue with grouting now. So there's more brown to be done for those tiles and the black to be done for the floor. I know we keep extolling the virtues of lime, but after the experience we've had of doing all of the caves and rendering them completely, we know what's what with it. And I had a little bit of lime left in my bucket from the other day. So what I'm going to do is, over here, do you remember earlier in the video, I didn't reverse my mind and I got Chris to cut the tile wrong. I've got a gap here that only I'm going to know about, because the little bit of lime that was left from the other day, I've just wet it up again. You can just rehydrate it and it is good to go. You can use it. We actually did an experiment quite a few videos back where we made a batch of lime. We left it covered for the best part of a week. Rehydrated it, used it, and it was good to go. So I've got enough here to just use as a filler, just for here, as I've started doing up here. Been a day. I've just got this last little bit of cleaning to do on this grouted floor, but I have grouted everything today. This barbecue is done.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. The only thing that isn't been done is the splashback tiles, and that is because we need to put more oil on the worktop and it's splashback itself. So that's neither in nor there. That's a little tiny job. More cleaning up to do, clean the biodas and everything. And next week we'll show you that, hopefully, and go through how much this has actually cost us to do.
Absolutely.
To do it ourselves.
Yeah. So we'll give you a costing and we'll show you what things we're going to do to make it pretty.
Yes,
so
hopefully, if they turn up.
If they turn up. So yeah, it's been a war and peace, I think Chris said to me earlier.
Yeah.
We've been warring with everything, but we've now peace because it's finished.
Yes.
So thanks for following us along on this journey.
Sorry it's been long.
Sorry it's been long, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, comment below, hit that thumbs up, we'd appreciate it. And we will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.
Toodly bye.